as well. So let's get some guests to give us their view now. Vivek Mahajan joins in for a closing chat. We have Parag Thakkar and Kunal Bothra along with Dilip Bhat as well. So gentlemen, afternoon to all of you. Dilip, I want to start off with you first. What has spooked the markets today? Is it the monsoon downgrade that has come in, or is it the cautious commentary from the RBI?
I think this 25 basis point cut was probably not out of the whack. It was expected. But as what you very rightly put it, I think the RBI commentary was something which everybody was looking forward to, and they probably have turned out to be a lot more apprehensive in terms of the expectation, whether it is the inflation or whether it is a reduction of the interest rates. I don't think that anybody has got any clarity on that as to how these things are going to pan out. But it has certainly added to some kind of apprehension and pessimism in the markets. And of course, the fact that I think the various channels were playing out that the monsoon is going to get delayed, and possibly there's going to be some kind of deficiency. So, all kind of negative news have really acted in a concert here at the moment, and probably they have really helped to derail the markets considerably. So I think the best thing probably from here on probably should be that one did not necessarily do something in the markets. One can just keep on the sidelines and just wait for a while, because I think the negative news is definitely there. It's there in the price, and probably there may be some more further correction, but possibly the reduction in the interest rates, which may happen very gradually, will ensure that there is no great fall in the markets even from the current levels.
Okay. Parag, what would you do? How would you play the rural consumption, stories, or maybe the likes of Shriram Transport that have a portfolio exposure to the rural space, Marico, Dabur? Would it be an opportunity to accumulate at current levels, or would you just sit it out this year?
No, I would like to say that, on one hand, you had a already suffering rural economy because of low government spending, lesser NREGA payments, plus lower MSP price hikes, and now you have a monsoon worry. So I think I would like to, unless something specifically comes up where the impact is very low, but I would like to stay away from this theme at this point of time. I would like to focus on themes like IT, for example. Which has also fallen dramatically. Infosys is down 2%, Wipro is down 2.5% today, and where the valuations are very, very attractive at 15, 14 times. And plus you have a fantastic management's free cash flow generation, and plus you have a probability that US is going to increase rates sometime in this year. So basically rupee is either going to remain stable or depreciate. So I think IT remains a clear choice in this kind of a fall, where it has also fallen in line with the Nifty.
Okay, well, it's getting worse for the markets now. Just take a look at the intraday chart of Axis Bank, and it'll give you a clear picture of what's happening. It's been falling through the day, and in the last 10 minutes, there's been a further slide in Axis Bank, now down almost 5%, and huge volumes on names like SBI. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a big FII sell figure tomorrow. The cash market volumes as well, not very high, but yes, almost 16,000 crores. And it's not good to see high cash market volumes when the market is sliding. The Sensex now down almost 700 points. So it's the bank Nifty that's taking a huge beating this afternoon. Any bank you pick up, Axis, SBI, IndusInd, Yes Bank, all these stocks down about 4 to 5% or so. Let's get Vivek Mahajan into this discussion as well. Vivek, what's the sense you're getting about the markets? Do you think, given the the headwinds that we have, the base for this market has moved lower?
Maybe yes. Today, what is happening is a lot of negative news has played out at the same time. Investors have turned cautious, and we are not seeing significant buying at the lower level, and that is what is leading to the market fall. Not only that, I think we started this week on a very positive note. On Friday we saw a rebalancing of MSCI, new stocks getting inducted in FNO, and adjustment in Nifty index as well, when Bosch moved into the index. So we started this week on a very, very positive note, because on Friday we had a record volume in the marketplace, and then the way the things have panned out, that is putting significant pressure. And today we are not seeing any buyer, and market just seems to be collapsing under its own weight.
Dilip, what do you do with some of these banks? Because, not only have the PSU banks been big losers this year, names like PNB, Bank of Baroda down about 30-odd%, but now now the private sector banks are also starting to give up a lot of their gains. Is this a good time to be accumulating some of these banks, or do you think that you will get better levels in the months to come?
Well, if you were to classify between private and PSU, I think private sector banks really had performed so well without any doubt. So they giving up gains probably would be understandable, because there would be a lot of profit booking in them. But as far as the PSU banks are concerned, it looks like a bottomless pit at the moment. And I think the pessimism is absolutely acute in case of the PSU banks and also generally in the financial sector. So my own take is, maybe I don't know what will happen in the next 1.5 to 2 months. Will it come down slightly lower, maybe another 5-7%? Possible, very much possible. But I think beyond that, if one is ready to take a slightly longer term bet, I think one can certainly look at the select names from this particular sector. Because I think overall, as what I still maintain, that markets may not go anywhere, it can still come down. But overall, the interest rate scenario of that coming down, maybe not sooner but later also, maybe over next 1 year, would probably give a good support to the market at the bottom levels. And I think maybe a couple of 100 points from this level also will be good enough. So I would look for selective buying, maybe not in the next 1 month, 1.5 months, maybe after that, but I will certainly look to add into the portfolio.
Okay. Kunal, I have a question for you from the private banking space. We have IndusInd Bank at 845 rupees and Yes Bank, which is at 843 rupees. Which one would you choose and why?
Well, I think I would prefer Yes Bank, Ekta. I think, not just from a short-term perspective, I think looking at the stock, the way the stock has moved and, delivered, I think over the last 1.5 years, it's given some absolute, phenomenal returns. And the way the charts are panning out, I think if you look at the last 1.5, 2 months odd, it's been in a sideways range, Yes Bank, trying to test that, 840 kind of support and 930, 940 on the upside. It's not breaking that, either which ways, even though the markets are, on a extremely short-term, downtrend. But I think that there are some good positive signs emerging from Yes Bank's chart, looking at the prospect over there. So if I have to bet on, both of them, I would probably prefer Yes Bank.
All right, so 2 more minutes to close. Let's just get some final comments in. It's going to be a very disappointing close for the markets. No one was expecting a 700-point cut on the Sensex for sure. At worst, there was an expectation of a mild sell-off if there was a hawkish commentary. But the added pressure of the monsoon downgrade has really cracked the market today, and the Sensex will go home with almost a 700-point cut. Parag, anything that you would recommend buying at this level, or would you stay away for a bit? Yes,
definitely. So I said IT stocks will be clearly a buying opportunity in this kind of a fall, because FIs have sold Nifty and FIs have sold aggressively in this market. Large weight Nifty stocks like Infosys have also corrected. So I am very, very positive on Infosys, also Wipro and TCS, and I would strongly recommend buying in this kind of a dips. Because I feel that the opportunity still exists for a 10 to 12% dollar revenue growth for a company like Infosys, and plus the new platforms like SMAC and the cloud opportunities or mobility opportunities will even actually strengthen the growth. In fact, because everything is moving into digital, and so this will give huge scope to these companies. Plus, valuations of 15 or 13x is extremely attractive on FY17 basis. And you have a rupee which is either going to remain stable or going to depreciate. All in all probability, IT stocks remain a clear buying opportunity at this point of time.
Okay, well, Dilip, how would you approach, say, an ITC? Would it maybe be an opportunity at this point, or would you stay away?
Well, I think ITC probably is going to fester for some more time, and probably it will remain like this. I think the coming next couple of quarter performance also will be pretty much down. So I don't think that the stock is going to move up in a hurry. So even I wouldn't be in a hurry to buy this particular stock. Really wait for some more time. I think everybody understands that cigarette is something which is really driving the overall profitability of the company. And that at the moment looks a lot more vulnerable at as the things go by. So I would wait for ITC and I wouldn't be in a hurry.